this character was. So if I were to tell them to choose, then they'd probably raise the price or something. But for $5 for this figure is amazing. It's a bit old and dirty, and I try to clean it as much as I can. It's like a bit discolored. But yeah, Clayface. One of my favorite villains from the Batman Rose Galleries. Now, I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. This is my preferred Clayface. This is the Clayface I was introduced as a kid growing up. The Batman animated series 2001 was the very first time that I was ever introduced to Batman, and let me tell you that most of the characters' design are amazing, and I fell in love with every single character within how they look and the style of it. I know most people are gonna disagree with me that this is not the Clayface that they want, and I respect that. Everybody has their own personal perspective of which Clayface is better. Some prefer the 1990 something series from the Batman anime series, the one with the big brown Clayface one. I mean, it's cool, but again, this is my preferred Clayface. I never grew up watching that Batman because I didn't even exist at that time. I was more of an early 2000 kid. But this Clayface is just amazing. I didn't think it was true, but this thing is really soft and bendy. As you can see here, this part was chopped, so I was trying to repair it and put some super glue, and I guess it did the trick. Or something like that. I don't know how it goes, but it rolls or something. I know most people don't talk about this Clayface, but maybe I could be that guy to show you some, I guess you can say, nostalgic. The feet are very pointy, that's for sure. Again, I was trying to clean it and scrub it as much as I can to remove all this dirt or this color from it. Or maybe it's just the plastic gets old over time. Sorry if that's a bit loud. So yeah, this Clayface is basically here. Let me fix this real quick. character's name, his real name is actually Ethan Bennett, a police detective, I guess a detective that worked for the police department, and you know, Joker accidentally dropped his gun of ooze, I think, and then like little smoke or powder or whatever hits him in the face, and that detective, as you can see, turns himself into Clayface. I kid you not, guys, I'm really in love with this figure. I'm gonna have him display with my other DC figures. I don't know if I can pose him though. No, I can't pose him at all because he's gonna end up falling down. Yeah, he's gonna end up falling down. Not many people talk about this Clayface, so I think I already mentioned that. But yeah, not many people talk about this Clayface, and you know, I think it's good to mention him because you know he's Clayface. He existed in the animated series. I really like this bendy thing. It's so soft and rubbery. You can see like you can see like half of this is like discolored and this one's like pure gray. Clayface. Okay, so here I have some action figures that I want to compare them to. Some figures that you already may have seen in previous videos, but of course they're based on the same toy line as this one. If I could stand them up. Okay, we're gonna have some bad news. Maybe if I could raise his hand or something. Nope, that one out. That's how we got him standing up. Oh, that's just terrible. Okay, can barely stand. So let's just put him aside like that. That way you can see his own other enemies. There we go. Or okay, we'll just leave him like that. Okay, so we have the Batman from that same series and toy line from the animated series. The one I actually found. Next to Clayface, his best friend, Ethan Bennett. That's crazy though. His best friend turned into himself Clayface. Oh well. Let's see what else we have. Okay. We have Killer Croc. Again, another figure that we saw in previous videos. Next time. You know what's kind of odd? Most of like the villains never really encountered Clayface. I kind of wish that Clayface would, I guess you can say, like, would encounter other villains. And I don't know, like, fight them, I guess. That would be interesting, but no, the only villain that Clayface ever encountered was only the Joker. No one else. But yeah, we have Killer Croc. What do you think would win, Croc or Clayface? Technically, Clayface would win because he's made out of clay. Crocodiles won't stand against clay. Oh well. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, so we have Firefly. Again, same toy line. No, not even, I missed out. Garfield line. That's his name. I found out his name when I was watching the show. But this is not about him. It's about Clayface. We have Firefly and Clayface. Really awesome. Really, really beautiful figures. I'm in love with like the details and design of this show. Okay, what else we have? We have Shocker next to Clayface. Even though Shocker's not from DC, he's from Marvel. But I would like to compare them either way. I'm actually interested whether Shocker's gauntlet will have an effect against Clayface. I don't know. Will he have an effect on Clayface though? Since he does like vibration or one's like sturdy art and one's like sand. I don't know. I'm trying to pull some, but I can't. Two fascinating characters from Marvel and DC. Clayface versus Sandman. Oh well. I'm pretty sure Clayface will win. Okay, last but not least. Whoops. I want to compare him to... Yeah, this character is really hard to stand. Very, very hard. Okay, last but not least, we have the Batman from the Batman movie. So, I kid you not, I never get tired of looking at this character. I really love the way he looks. But back to Clayface. We have Clayface and the Bat. Now, one interesting thing I do want to point out is, if anything, this is just my opinion. I would really love to see a movie that Batman would fight against Clayface. That would be an epic movie if they ever introduce Clayface, because from what I'm aware, Clayface hasn't been in any movies as far as I can tell. I'm not sure, I could be wrong, but I would love to see a Batman fight a new villain. Clayface, like a whole brand new villain, not Joker, not Two-Face, not Riddler, not characters that are already been on the big screen. Like Clayface, for example, is another character that has never been introduced into the movies. But again, I could be wrong. I feel like he's been or not. I haven't really caught up with all the movies or anything of Batman. But yeah, I would really be it would be really cool to see him on the big screen, Clayface. But yeah, so Batman against Clayface. Yeah, I'm just happy that I actually lucky enough to find it at a yard sale around my neighborhood. And you know, for $5, that's not even bad. Now I do want to throw in a bonus. Something that kind of concerns me. I don't know if they made a mistake or not, but let me put Clayface down real quick. So if you guys not noticed, I have the Batman, the complete series on Blu-ray and digital copy. And I've been watching, I finished the first 4 seasons. Right now I'm at season 5, and that's basically Batman teaming up against the Justice League. Now the one concern I have, I don't know if this was a mistake or not, but back here, as you can see, we have the characters, right? But back here we have Clayface, but in brown color. And it's the exact same look and style as the figure. And in the show, of course. Now, I don't know if that's a mistake or they're trying to convince people to buy this set to show that Clayface is also in this series, but in his regular color, or whatever the reason is why they put him in brown but not in gray, because that made no sense. That kind of threw me off a bit when I first saw that. Like, yeah, this is not his color. His color is gray. But you know what I'm saying though. Like, I know like his original color is brown, but within the series of the Batman is basically it's gray, not brown. But I do know for a fact that there's a second Clayface in this series, which is basically the brown version of it, bigger and bulkier. And I guess that's the one that most people prefer than this one. Yeah, I just love Clayface. And again, this is like the first set I own of Clayface. But yeah, my friends, if you guys have not watched this Batman series, I highly recommend watch out for those in the near future videos. I'm not sure when will I get